Today I have our main tank player for Trine Lightning with me, and we're going to be going over some tank tips and other kind of like useful information about how tanks kind of work and what when to be aggressive, how to be aggressive, what kind of things you need to be aware of with the different tanks, and some of the lesser known mechanics that go along with them. So
sounds good.
I'm going to do a general an adjustment for Reinhardt to start, just because it'll make it a lot easier for demonstration if
well, I would just set it to that, and I would set alt charge to max percentage speed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Abilities down. I mean, on all the tanks. I mean, you're wanting to go over just more than Reinhardt, right?
Right. I just meant like a lot of the stuff like I want to do with Rein is specifically ability based or Earth Shatter based. Yeah. So that's why it's gonna be a lot more imperative with him, especially. And if I find out I need to do something with one of the other tanks to
I got you.
Show it off, I can fix it then.
That's fine.
So yeah, and we'll go to we'll go with King's Row because that's a Ryan heavy map to start.
Sounds good.
Now entering King's Row.
Okay.
Justice will be done.
Meet me by the statue.
Yep, I know. At least I assume so. You didn't set ability cooldowns, but okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
You're good.
Yeah. Okay, so first thing with Ryan is there's actually animation cancels you can do with your hammer swing to get your Earth Shatter off. So the way it works is you basically start your hammer swing, and instead of letting it finish, you transition right into the Earth Shatter. So like that. My ult back. So you can do this. So like if the other one's holding shield, no, I'll go ahead and demonstrate. So just hold your shield up.
Sorry, Alex just texted or just talked to me. He said they might actually need every computer in here, so we might have to switch this to a different day. We'll just see how far we get. I mean, we can always splice editing stuff together.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. Right. As you were saying.
Go ahead and put your shield up. So one way you can use this to your advantage is, so you have Earth Shatter, right?
Yes.
And so you might try and like just start swinging at the other Ryan, so he eventually gets into a hammer duel. And if you bait him into a hammer duel, then you can just show him what for and drop your hammer when he actually takes the duel. Another thing you can do is, if the other Ryan is having to drop a shield, one thing you do is you can actually jump shatter. So you can do this to, like, say I'm right here and the other Ryan's on the other side. Then you don't actually have to go over there, but because I just want to show you this. You can actually go, so you can actually jump and turn the corner with the Earth Shatter already queued, so as soon as you hit the ground it goes off. So like if the Ryan's getting pushed back and you're getting aggressive on him, so you know your shield's hopping up and you just, well, I guess I didn't really turn a corner, but that's one way you can do things. Get your ult back. Another kind of important Ryan tech is blocking counter charges, or countering an opponent's charge. The timing is actually pretty forgiving, so if I let Noah get really close to me, I can actually pull it off at the last second regardless. So, Noah, when you're ready, you can stop. And what that does is obviously knock you both down, but if you do that and he's charging into your team, it'll be a lot easier for your team to focus him than it will be for their team to focus you. So, like if I charge into his team and he blocks me, I'm actually probably going to die. Whereas if I block his charge, he's more likely to die. So you can try to like game them with that. Another kind of important thing is, so when Ryan's holding shield, he takes a movement penalty. He moves a lot slower. And one thing you can do both moving forward and moving backwards is shield hopping, because as long as the shield is not touching the ground, you actually don't take the movement penalty, and this will mostly prevent you from it'll let you take a little bit of damage while still being able to move around a lot faster. And it still blocks a lot of the damage, usually. So, you make sure you're using this when you're pushing up on people. Now, sometimes you do have to hard shield, but whenever possible, you should really look to shield hop instead. Let's see.
Was it just talking about baiting out ults, aka swing can?
Yeah, so you can actually swing cancel into shields as well. So, like in the same frame that you could also drop Earth Shatter, you actually right click. Oh, I fucked up. I didn't think you were gonna do that yet. Okay. Count of 3. Let's just go ahead and do that. So. Oh. Ugh. Reaction time's bad today.
You're good. Try and shatter me, and I'll bait it out.
Okay.
Do you have shatter?
Yeah, I do. So, just... give me a count of 3 before I,
I'm ready whenever.
Okay.
I'm gonna work to block it.
Just... fucked up. No, the countdown was more for, so, like, yeah. It just... Okay, then. It's more for, the way I was doing it the other day with Nick and Alex was, the countdown is more of, so anytime after that 3 seconds is when it's okay to drop it. So, 1, 2, 3. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're good. I mean, you don't usually play tank, so you're good.
No, yeah. Well, also I just meant like trying to time it so that I can let you shield cancel your spammer swing is a little bit funky.
No, I've been shield canceling this entire time.
Yeah, no, I just meant like trying to time it so that I can actually like make it look or do it so that you actually have the opportunity to block with your hammer. I mean, shield cancel as opposed to just accidentally hitting your hard shield. I'm having trouble with. There we go.
Right there.
That'll do it. I'll do it when I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the timing has to be right.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to intentionally do that is really weird. When
Do
you're trying to practice.
mouse 1 shield look,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and basically reverse, face the other direction and reverse shatter him.
Yeah.
If you guys look, he's facing away from me, from at least from my perspective, and then he will flip around and instantaneously look in my direction and instantaneously shatter me. He doesn't have to drop shield, turn around, and then shatter. Just gonna shatter back.
Yep, I have it.
See, he wasn't looking, and I caught him off guard. He didn't know when to expect.
I believe this works at almost any turn angle, so...
It does. Full 180 and 90.
Yep.
You could be 5 degrees off from where your main shield's looking, and it instantaneously flicks to that.
That's also just a useful thing so you can keep an eye on what's going on behind you. Especially if you're worried about flankers, this is a really great idea to make sure you're keeping an eye on what's going on.
Catch.
Oh, okay. Let's switch to Winston's the next one I kind of want to do.
Imagination is the
You want me Winston, or do you want me someone who's diveable?
Do like soldier.
Okay.
Yeah, so
High ground or low ground?
the high ground right up there.
Yep, I know.
So the primary thing with Winston is nailing your jump angle and getting used to the minimum takeoff height. Hey, don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you. You're a tank. It's
I
gonna
know.
take a while.
Still doesn't take that long if you hit headshots, which is kind of the thing. But so if I were to jump straight, oh no, that wasn't right. I looked up way too late. So if I jump straight up, there's a maximum angle at which I can jump. It doesn't get me a whole lot of horizontal distance, but you can kind of adjust that so like I can adjust that to go further. Now the minimum jump distance is if I just hit shift. That's the minimum. That's the minimum distance I can travel using it. At least with holding it planar. Now you can also do all kinds of things like if this is an S jump. So an S jump allows you to jump a much shorter distance. So
An S jump is literally just clicking shift and holding S. FYI.
And then you can do W jumps that get you a lot more distance. So mastering your jumps is really key to getting Winston down. So the next thing is with Winston, it's also important to understand how to do burst damage because he doesn't do a whole lot against armor otherwise. So one of the big things is, no, you're full health, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if I just jump and land on him, no Tesla. How much damage did I do to you?
You did a 42.
Okay. And it's roughly in the ballpark of like 45-50 damage, I think. But the drop off is
usually
really
around 45.
But
It depends because it has to be within distance. If you drop directly on my head, it does like 50.
Yeah.
If you're on the outer ring, it does less, down to like about 40, 35, I think,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's just
Back to full health.
The drop off is very significant. But anyway, now if I you might want to come down low ground for this because it'll make it easier for me to land it. But if I land, you can actually melee cancel your on landing. So right
The
before
land
you
animation
land,
you can cancel with a melee.
yeah. So if you jump and you melee right before you land, the landing animation will actually cancel the jump. I mean, well, actually cancel the melee, so you won't even see it. So if I do, how much damage did I do that time?
I'm down to 127, so that would be
73.
Yeah, 73.
So I did.
I can't math today.
Yeah. You're good, you're good. Yeah, so, and then, actually, if you, heal up, I'm gonna do the full thing with, like, the Tesla and then the melee cancel. So, this is the primary way Winston is going to do burst damage. And especially against armor, it's usually much better to just melee instead of Teslaing. But here's the whole thing you should do when you're trying to dive a target. How much damage did I do? I meant to turn it off, but
Yeah, before you turn it off, I was about 100. I'm currently at 70.
yeah. So you can get away with surprisingly a lot of damage with him if you can land the burst. Now, it's not actually more than if you don't land and just let your Tesla go through your landing, but it'll do more burst, which is important against armor, as Winston doesn't actually do a whole lot of damage with the Tesla gun against armor. The next kind of thing is to understand shield placement. So you don't just want to place shield just where you land. You want to place it in somewhere where you're going to actually be able to do damage still. So like if I jump at Noah from here and land here, this is not a good place to put my bubble because he's just barely at the edge of the bubble range. In fact, I can't actually Tesla him from there. You really need to stop chunking my health. I'm at 70 health, man.
Vital signs normalizing.
Here, have a biotic field. Oh, wait.
But So it's much better to land, if you're going to land short, then you get close and then you bubble. Because you want to use the bubble to bait cooldowns and generally provide some protection. So if you're putting the bubble down and then leaving it, you're not using the bubble effectively. So learning where to place your bubble, depending on your enemy, that's very good. Also,
also an effective use of the bubble is if there's anyone who has a major cooldown, especially like a diva, you throw the bubble down, and then as Winston, you would come in and actually hop in and out of the shield, because especially like a Reaper or someone, anyone who's going to do some like major burst damage, you're going to want to bait that out, and you're going to want to pop in and out, so they're going to try and follow you in and out, so you're going to hopefully bob whenever they bob when they weave, basically. So you're going to be on the outside, being able to do damage inward when they're on the inside, and then vice versa. Whenever they switch, you swap back inside the shield.
Actually, another important thing is, against an Ana, sometimes you do actually want to drop the bubble early to block the sleep. So that way you don't get slapped and just destroyed. So, sometimes you will need to do that, but it depends on what you're playing up against. Let's see. Oh, come this way a little bit. I want to do some stuff. So, if Noah's attacking the point, and I want to prevent him from running away, it's actually better to land behind him. So, like, Noah, start here, and I want you to actually want you to start running towards the car on my count. So, no, start here.
Oh, you're saying running towards the car. Okay.
Yeah. Start here, and then on my count, I want you to run towards the car.
Yeah,
and if I want to prevent him from getting away, I want to actually land in front of him because otherwise it'll boop him further away from me. So 1, 2, 3, go. And it actually boops him away and makes it harder for him. Yeah, heal up. And then here's what happens if I actually land behind him. So no, do the same thing. Okay. So it actually gives them. I need you to kind of run in a straight line, man.
Well, I ran out of shit to run in. You jumped way too late.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting you to start running right away. Okay. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. It'll actually boop them further away and out of your castle range. So it's very important to remember that. Also, as far as Primal's concerned, since I have it, if you can... Okay, I'm W jumping too much. When you're Primaled, and I'm not actually really going to be able to demonstrate this, partially because it's really hard. I'm not really the best at it, but the best thing you do with Primal is try to, like, pummel someone into a corner, so that way you can just chain your melees and jumps, because if you chain all that together, it'll do a lot more damage.
You can very easily beam a target down.
Yeah, and actually, pros have described it as, if you can do it right, Primal Rage can be almost as effective as the Genji Blade. Which, if people like OG are anything to judge by, they're absolutely correct. Can you think of anything else you want to cover with this?
No.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Also, one important thing with Winston actually is, it's important to not fight all the time. If you're running out of health, or if you need to back up to peel, feel free to jump back to your team, because being aggressive all the time will more likely than not get you killed on Winston. And it's actually more important you stay alive, and can be a constant harassment throughout the fight, rather than necessarily just trying to draw aggro the whole time. On to Orisa.
What do you want me as?
Hanzo. So to start with Orisa, understanding when to be aggressive with Orisa is probably the thing I see most people screw up the most. So, I really wish I had more. This would be a lot easier if we were in a game, but you generally want to set up in a very defensive position with her because you want to have ginormous sight lines to your enemy. So actually, if you go between in the choke, so not like the actual choke. Also, stop headshotting me, man. Like seriously. So look at how long this sightline is. If he were on Rhine, he'd have a lot of distance to cover before he could get to me. And I could even just keep backing up down the alleyway to get more room. Because Orisa does not like to be fighting close quarters. You don't want to ever put yourself in a position where you have to fight close to your enemies. So, keeping some distance is really key. But, if you're up in a fight, that's when you can start pushing and closing those gaps. So, and you still kind of want to leapfrog it, especially if you're not like 3 up in a fight. You really need to figure out the tempo for it. But as soon as you're done being aggro, that's when you should start backing up again. Because you need to make sure you continue to have sight lines that are further away from where your enemies are going to be running from. Other things with the halt will be the next thing we cover. Noah, seriously. I'm at 29 health. Stop beaming.
Get good.
We're not trying to kill each other. We're trying to coach.
Then again, you do keep walking into my arrows.
Not all of them. But anyway, one thing you can do is actually to make sure you don't have to detonate it yourself, you can actually throw it into a wall or a corner. So, Noah, if you're standing, stand right here. Stand right here. Oh, stand right there. Stand on the spray. So if I want to drag him somewhere, I can actually throw it into that so that I don't have to actually think about detonating it myself. Or, another option, maybe I want to just drag him to the floor. You can do that too. But basically the less you have to think about detonating it, the better. There are times where you may want to hook or pull a target off of a cliff, so maybe you do want to actually detonate it. But you can find all kinds of places like that where it'll just do it for you. The important thing to remember with halt is that it cancels your enemy's momentum and pulls them linearly. So you always want to try and pull them at an angle so that way you have an easier time tracking them. So, no, stand on the thing again. This time I'm actually going to detonate it, but... Oh, you'll have a much easier time and have more time to do it than just dragging them straight up. Because you'll actually have... You can follow them up, and then you can also follow them down. So stand on there again. So, you know, give yourself 2 angles to follow them with. So, fortify the Orisa dive trick, Evan? What? What? What do you mean the Orisa dive trick? Anyway, while he gets back to me on that, remember that Fortify is more effective if you have armor health. So, if I actually heal up all the way, Noah. So, if I use Fortify with full health, and I do want you to headshot me this time.
Defense mode activated.
Well, just once.
Damn, I didn't know.
I'm trying to numerate numbers. They are important numbers.
Oh, you're looking for numbers. Okay.
Yeah. 397, we can work with this. Okay, I'm gonna fortify and then one headshot. You can go ahead and pre-charge your bow.
Fortifying defenses.
Okay, so 397 without fortify to 150. So that did 247 damage because I without fortify. Okay.
Systems repaired.
Now you give me a chance to pop fortify. Okay.
Not budging.
Okay. And that went 400 to 278. So that only did 122 damage. And that's significantly less, and it's because I used it. Oh, that's just fucking hell. That is not what I wanted to demonstrate. Yeah. Pull up, he full refresh while being pulled up and gets. What the fuck?
System health.
Have him play Rissa the
stabilizing.
pull up, he fortifies while being pulled up and gets launched while also getting some momentum. What?
I know what he's talking about.
Okay. Okay, so
Light your halt up above my head, like up there.
Stop. Routing navigation systems to defense.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I messed it up. I need to be pulled right before I hit it. 10 seconds.
yeah. Don't worry, I need a couple seconds as well. Okay, you good?
2 seconds. Alright, go.
You're not getting away. Defense mode.
What the
activated.
fuck?
Ever seen that before?
No.
I got full launched.
Systems repaired.
Because the thing is that once my halt activates, your halt, or once my fortify activates, your halt no longer is pulling me. But I have vertical momentum, and I get drugged through the halt, but I don't stop at it like I usually would. It's not.
Yeah.
It's no longer a gravity well, since the gravity well no longer affects me. Press
Yeah.
halt right when I tell you to.
Don't move.
Thing?
Standing ground.
You've never seen that before?
No, because Arissa via Arissa is not something I've seen very often, and also I feel
Yeah,
like
true.
that's more of
It's
a.
usually on a.
I also feel like
Ilios
that's
well.
more of a stunt than a useful trick.
Yeah, I mean, it's more proving that as a Risa, if you get pulled by another Risa, like on Ilios well, like trying to get pulled in, you can stop it even after you're like mid.
Yeah, which I guess is useful. Also,
Systems
yeah, go back to Hanzo because I actually need one more headshot on me for demonstration purposes. Okay, actually, just do like a body shot to get rid of the armor first. Okay, now go for a body shot.
Oh shit! Body. Oh no, that worked. I didn't hear body shot. I thought you wanted another headshot.
You also
Like you
you also
asked for.
did 2 shots before I could even.
Well, I had one charge and I meant to release it and
I still have a job to
didn't
do.
melee cancel. I just like released it and it shot you in the side. It's kind of entertaining, honestly.
Okay,
Just saying.
just saying. Got it. Yeah. Oh, this will. Let's see. Okay, come down here. Hang on. Body shots to get the armor off. Just okay. Hang on, not yet. I need to math. 193.
Math.
Okay. Go ahead and body shot me.
Yes,
Or headshot me, headshot me. Okay. Okay, so, yeah. Fortify is a lot more effective with armor on, because, thank you, Evan. I appreciate the murdered comment. But,
Majorly doing.
because the halt reduces the
Systems
damage
repaired.
first, and then the armor does damage reduction, so you actually get more out of the fortify. Okay. And, what time do you have until again? I forgot. I don't remember if you told me.
I have till whenever, honestly.
Okay.
I'm going to a movie at 9, but that's about it.
Okay, then, we can do some of the off tanks then, but I want to change maps just because, we have to change what we're doing anyway. Probably makes a good one.
Traveling to Hanamura.
What do you want from me?
Let's do D.Va first, because
I'm ready to win.
Actually, do something with an eatable cooldown or ability.
Okay. So, like rockets?
Actually, do Anna, because I just, like,
Okay.
because I mostly want to demonstrate the defense matrix nerf too. Just kind of get that in there. Okay. I'm right up front. Okay. Hey. Not yet. Okay, so some key things with D.Va are
Healed up.
also kind of like Winston. You need to understand the flow of the fight because you want to be engaging at the start and kind of you need to figure out where engaging is going to be the most impactful, and also know if you need to pull out, because just like Winston, the longer you're up in a fight instead of just fighting all the time is more important. So with the defense matrix nerf, there's now actually a window for people to abuse it. So if I do Noah be ready to shoot a sleep dart as soon as my D matrix
Yep,
goes
I know.
down. So the cooldown is now 2 seconds. So if I D matrix, then there'll actually be a chance for him to hit me with a sleep dart before I can D matrix again.
Fully operational.
So let me know when you get your sleep dart back.
3. Ready.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna have to shoot you down.
Feeling sleepy?
and there's not anything you can really do about that. So you have to be mindful of using your D matrix, and it can actually be more important to not use it and save it for a really important cooldown or ultimate than just using it a whole bunch to mitigate pointless damage. So like it'd be more impactful against Ana to eat a grenade or sleep dart than it would be to just eat spam damage. Go ahead and like fucked up.
Yeah.
You threw the grenade within my cooldown window because I tried to eat the sleep dart and missed.
I know. Ready.
Yeah, now what?
Thought you
I
were ready
wasn't.
thought you were ready to matrix that.
I wasn't, because I was going to explain something else. I thought we already...
Go for it.
Also, so it can be more... Yeah, you used to be able... You would fly with your D-Matrix up in your rockets, but now it might just be better to just go with your rockets, because the defense matrix is a lot less spammable now than it used to be. So...
Come on.
Here, let me get some ultra off here. We might change to a better alt battery, maybe Roadhog.
Yep.
Oh dear, what have I done? I haven't slept. Okay, so you actually use D.Va's ult in a couple of really funky different ways. One of them is if you get knocked on mech, so just go ahead and break my mech. You can actually ult to get your mech back. Most people know that one.
Suiting up. Ouch.
Ult battery. Stand by a mega so I can keep just feeding ult charge off you. I should have just increased ult charge across the board, but I didn't because I'm dumb.
I would have thought so.
Anyway, that's good enough. But one thing a lot of people don't think about is if we come out into this open area, there's actually a lot of slanted surfaces. So maybe I want to try and sneak one onto that backside, so I can actually launch it and let it slide off that roof.
All systems
And just anything like that in general. So, because you can do that with any kind of slanted surface to kind of get the drop on your enemies. And then I'm gonna fly off the cliff and switch to a different tank. That works.
Still win. Still won't out.
I think I'll also change the lobby around so I can do the ult charge better. Because I was not thinking.
Prepared, obviously.
No, I wasn't thinking about that when I was doing the Rhine modifiers. I didn't think I should just increase across the board. Then I was like, wait. That might actually be helpful.
Traveling to Hanamura.
So,
Together, we are strong.
What do you want?
anything that, probably something that's good for charging Zarya, but not Junkrat or Pharah, because those are just good at breaking bubbles. Or you can if you want, just,
I'll go Hanzo.
okay.
Why didn't you set abilities to 0 cooldown, but okay.
I don't know. Because I sometimes think things through and then sometimes
Ready.
don't.
Bubble yourself.
So, obviously got the most charge out of that bubble because you can only get 40 charge per bubble. And that's pretty easy. Now, actually the important thing is the decision making about when to use the bubbles. Because if you just use them to absorb random damage, sure that'll probably work in most of your quick play games, and probably even some of your ranked games. But more important, no. But most of what you should be using the bubbles for is to help peel for your teammates. So say you have a Genji going in for Blade, probably a good thing to bubble him, even if it's not going to get you any charge, because the Blade is more important than getting charge. Or maybe you want to use it on a support instead of using it on your Reinhardt who's full health, because the support's getting dove by Genji. And maybe that bubble will help the support live long enough to win the duel. Things like that are way more powerful than bubbling for energy. So, yeah. And then probably the last thing I want to discuss is using graviton. So, obviously you can just lob it out, let it hit the ground and stuff, or you can try to throw it right at people. No, stop. Stop, your dragons are loud.
And
I'm trying to talk to be heard. Maybe. But one thing. Stand by this wall. So, a good strategy for using them, especially to avoid D.Va trying to eat it, is throwing up against a wall. And then actually what you want to do is, I've seen Zarya's primary fire into them, which, I mean, if you're high energy, it's going to do a fair amount of damage, but a lot of times it's actually better to secondary fire, because you can do burst damage, especially if you do a right-click melee combo like that. So, like...
Огонь по готовности! That's the power of attraction.
Whereas it would have taken him much longer, especially since I have no energy, it would have taken him a lot longer to die. If I, didn't right-click primary fire. I mean, right-click, melee. Anything you want to talk about, Lazario?
I would talk about the non
The what?
the non-personals.
Oh, yeah. That was the,
Most of your macroing with Zara is going to be macroing, knowing when to use the non-personal bubble.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was
the
talking
thing
about.
is that you can back up. The enemy or your teammates aren't going to back up as like obviously with the same reaction time as you. You could see something that they can't, or like especially like if you're or someone gets charged by a Rhine, throw a bubble on them, you instantaneously get 40% charge.
Impossible
Right
save their
as
life.
Diva lights her ult up, like right as it's about to explode, press your personal bubble. That gets you 40% charge. But mostly you need to macro and keeping other people alive. Don't worry about yourself as much.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was kind of talking about with use the bubbles to peel for people in danger more than for charge. Because macro, it's not... You're probably going to get full charge anyways at some point. And especially if you're bubbling someone that's, like, possibly going to die if you don't bubble them. You're probably going to get your energy anyways, but it's a lot more important that you keep them alive. So... And then Hog. Maybe Hammond. Because I feel comfortable talking about all the things except possibly Hammond, because Hammond's kind of the one where it's like, there's so much. Oh, yeah, as Switspeeds pointed out in the chat, it's also always a good idea to call your bubbles, so that way people kind of understand what you're doing with them.
And also don't call them right after you bubble someone. Tell, like, specifically like Rhine, tell him, hey, I've got bubble on, or I've got bubble up to where I can use it. You're allowed to push in, like push in hard, or charge in, I'll bubble you. Call it out before you actually send the bubble out, because by the time you've called it out, bubble doesn't last that long. So you need to call it out before you send it out, so it's not wasted.
Yeah, although I think more of what he was talking about is more about call your usage so people know when you don't have it, as opposed to knowing that you are
that's
using
true,
it.
but also, but I mean, that's also true. But
Because
another major point is
especially if you're going to use it for energy, which you really shouldn't, you should use it for healing, or protecting people that need protection. But if you're going to use it for charge, you need to make sure people understand they're not going to have that safety net. Let me hook it. Ah, I fucked up. I'm upset with myself. Okay, so thanks for Hog, since I've sat here long enough with him. The key thing for Hog is actually landing the hook, since that's where all of his value is. Like, yeah, it's nice that he's got self-healing, but if you're not landing hook, you're probably better off on a different hero. So, don't just stop straight for a second. So, because it's not that I'm worried I'm gonna miss. It's more like so I can kind of like show some stuff. So first of all, like with anything, you kind of want to make sure your crosshair is on your target or near your target as you're going for hook. So you need to make sure you're tracking them, because the hook does need to be led a little bit. Also, one thing Hardblue does, and he's a top 500, so significantly better than either of us, is right before he hooks, he'll always go for a right click to kind of help him lead his shot. I fucked it up. Yeah, damn. I really need that. I didn't think I needed the cooldowns reduced to nothing, but apparently I was wrong. So you should right click, hook, and then you should right click, hook, then step forward to try and land the pellets in the head for the left click. But making sure you right click before you hook will help you. Okay, so apparently I'm just not hitting the headshot I need to be. There we go. Give me a second. Apparently Mush wants to know what we're doing, or what I'm doing.
Magic.
I was 600 health. How did it... doesn't do that much
I
damage,
was
does it?
literally in your ass. You were up against a wall, I stuffed the ult against the wall. If you're standing inside of it, it's basically an insta-kill to any.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah, I guess it also doesn't help that I wasn't using the take a breather when I was getting ulted. Oh, so that'd be a good thing to talk about. No, not yeah. I just used it.
Where are you? Ready?
No, because I'm not full health, and I probably need full health to tank it.
No, you don't. You
Okay.
can be down about 150 or so.
Alright, then go for it. Just give me a second to, like, actually use it. So
Whatever.
run into the rock.
Yep.
Go. You didn't have it right on top of me.
I can put it right on top of you.
Well, that was kind of the idea, wasn't it?
Alright.
Just
There.
give me a second to actually heal up, because now I'm actually to the point where it probably will kill me regardless. Also, Mush apparently wants to maybe help, which would be helpful.
I
at
mean,
least when
he
we go.
would have been the better one to ask about tank stuff. He knows better than
Yeah,
most.
but I didn't know he was going to be available right now, and he's usually not anyway, so. Run into
put it
this
up
corner right
against
here.
Fire in the hole!
And then I'll give you a 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that works. 456. Okay. And then, Whole Hog is probably the...
Fire in the hole!
Fuck you.
Rolling out.
Fire in the hole!
So Whole Hog is obviously good for getting environmental kills. Jesus Christ, no, maybe I shouldn't have done it, except for me. So that,
The ultimates. I'm not even using them on you.
you say that, but
Get him in the Discord.
yeah. Seems so please nerf. I didn't even know it said that one. Yeah, down
I'm
off.
gonna guess after this, I'm gonna get kicked off of it, aren't I?
Huh?
I'm gonna guess after this, I'm gonna get kicked off of it, aren't
I
I?
could let you say. I mean, it is my server, this one.
Hey!
But yeah, so we basically we're just doing like basic mechanic explanations, like how you should use cooldowns and stuff, or like how you should use ultimate. So like with Zarya, for instance, it was like make sure into the grab you're using your secondary fire to hit your secondary melee to hit everyone, instead of trying to primary fire into the grab, like that kind of deal. The last thing I was gonna, because I actually finished like with all the tanks except Hammond. If you want to do Hammond, that'd actually be really helpful, because that's like the one tank I don't feel comfortable talking about. At least in terms of like my ability to demonstrate stuff with him.
I'll be honest with you, Chief, I'm still learning Hammond myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
but you're
I'm
probably
just
better
starting
with it than me. And
I'm just starting
that's
to learn
like it,
Hammond's movement abilities. Not my thing.
But yeah, no. If you stay still, if you're not gonna use Whole Hog for environmental kills, the better thing to do then is to use it to like push people into a corner, which because he was so low health, it didn't even matter.
I'm a
But
200 health squishy. It would have killed me instantaneously, anyways.
you would have gotten a second.
It would have pushed me a little bit.
It
but
would have
not
pushed you into the
enough to
corner at
damage.
the very least, but whatever. Yeah, so you want to talk Hammond, and then we're gonna go into quickly to kind of like demonstrate how it looks when you do everything you're supposed to with these guys.
Really, Hammond, you either want to start the fight or just be an annoying little prick to the enemy team, specifically the enemy main tank. It's usually a Reinhardt, which makes it fun because you gotta fuck with them. So all you really need to do is just go in, hit everyone, then get out, and just get people to get annoyed.
No, please stop.
Really
Your ults
need
are
to-
loud. Maybe it's just because I have the sound turned up higher than I probably usually do, but
The other thing with Hammond's ult, you want to be in the air, drop it, and then pile drive. Because by the time they come back down, your mines will be ready. If you do it the opposite, they have a chance to get out. That's really all I can really tell you.
okay, fair enough. Oh, you can actually this is one thing I do know for sure. You can actually pop the adaptive shield in the air before you pile drive to make sure you have that health, so that if you get stunned on the ground, you already have the adaptive shield popped.
The only problem with that is your adaptive shield doesn't give you any health for all the enemies. If, like, say the Ryan's looking at, like, say you're in the air, right?
Yeah.
The Ryan's looking up at you, and you're dropping, and you use your adaptive shield because the Ryan has his shield upwards towards you. You're not gonna get all the shield.
Yeah, but they're probably not all up in his ass, so you'll still get most of the benefit, probably.
It's gonna depend on the Ryan.
Yeah. And also
Or the
depends, it
wind-
also depends on the
like-
swing you do to get in the first place. Because if you swing
that's
to
why,
knock the
'cause-
line out of the way, then
No, because the shields, the shield would block your adaptive shield, like what you would get from it.
well, right. I know it's line of sight. No, I meant like if you knock the Rhine out of position, then he's probably not able to prevent you from blocking. Well, he's probably not able to block line of sight at that point.
Depends.
But I just thought it would be nice to at least note it, because that is something that you can do to increase your survivability if applicable.
Damn it.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's really everything. Because
Hammond's a weird one.
What's that, Mush?
do you have any other like I know we already covered most of the other characters, but like do you have any specific tips you think we might not have hit?
Not without knowing what you said, no.
Yeah,
Fair
you watched the
enough.
stream.
Fair enough. You weren't watching, but I just didn't.
Honestly, I mean, if someone needs Rhine help, tell them to go back and watch the stream that I did of me sitting in here for 6 hours.
Oh, you streamed that? I didn't know you streamed it.
I'm 90% sure I did. It's somewhere in here somewhere. I'll have to find the archive of it. I've got it recorded.
Okay, yeah, because that would probably be helpful for Telman anyways, which is kind of the inspiration for this idea, was kind of to help him. Anyway.
I told Talman if he needs help to talk to me personally.
Yeah. Well, and I also told him I'd be willing to just do a one-on-one with him too. I haven't had time to do that yet because he's been busy.
You as a non-tank player can only give him so much.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. With Roadhog, did you cover alternate fire hook combo?
Yeah.
Okay.
The alt fire before you hook to help you lead the shot. Yeah. That was I actually even mentioned it was Hard Blue who kind of like does that normally. I mean, other people do too. I just know Hard Blue is a good example of that.
I'm playing support. Fuck you.
Hey, Noah, go support because I'll do tank since I'm the one streaming the tank stuff.
Oh, so I did not curse since you're streaming?
I mean,
No
I'm
one
not
really
a Christian
cares.
stream.
Alright,
I ain't no
I guess.
Christian streamer.
See you later.
Hola. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Where do they have mush?
Attackers incoming.
Oh, break shit. Brig, Widow. That's all I saw before I got shot.
Fair enough. That is fair enough. They also have Hammond and Ash. And Ryan. Hammond and Ryan, that's an interesting combo I don't think I've seen. Oh, well, that's
You're alone, play safe, you're alone, play safe.
I tried to pin uphill, but got stunned by the break question mark?
Again!
I thought it would be like, if we lose this fight after Ash got a 3-cam, we're gonna be very disappointed in us.
Do it. Your DPS not.
Ooh, I got dynamite into the wall.
I don't think I need to point this one out, but I think that was a bad charge.
Yeah,
That what?
it was a bad charge.
No,
I was just trying to get out and away.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Oh, Evan's saying fuck you in my chat.
Sounds about right.
That Widow is, sniping
We're in
you guys
Discord.
good. No, back up. Oh wait, it's not gonna matter, we're gonna burn it out.
Do something! Get in there, Bob!
We have no support.
Yep.
I'm backing out.
I feel like a new man.
I underestimated where you were.
That's a bad idea, by the way.
Okay. I could have sworn I was right.
Hold on, what?
Not gonna question it.
So,
Rally to me!
That's the longest search I've ever seen in a while.
out of him or out of me or both?
Out of him.
that's unfortunate.
Not gonna lie to you, Chief. We're getting outplayed.
We are.
Get our asses kicked.
It's because of the Widow and the Hammonds.
Jordan, it might be the reason that you're playing tank. You don't play tank.
No, I don't. But I'm not. I mean, I'm doing bad, but I'm not doing like so awful. I'm like throwing.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Fuck, Bob's gonna wake up soon. He is awake.
The Ash wasted her Bob. Our Ash wasted her Bob.
Wait for me!
Because she tried to hit the ring with it. Oh, Evan, you're always a bot in my heart. Oh, I canceled this.
Fuck you, Widow! Why isn't anyone else dealing with you?
What am I supposed to do? I'm a...
Zarya was Diva and she should have been the one to deal with it. And we also had an Ash, but they both switched.
Yep.
There you go, we have no one to deal with the Widow.
Yep. Getting outplayed because... How the fuck?
Also, I fucked up my DPI, I think, just now. I did.
Oh, wow. Reaper C9's like a boss.
I'm better.
Not that it would have helped.
Really wouldn't have mattered.
No.
Play of the game.
Yeah. I'll pull this out in just a second here. Okay. Yeah.
I fixed my DPI.
Nice.
That's good. Jordan, I'm gonna play it till about 7:30 or so.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yes, Evan. Switch or fucking Widow does equal carry. Yes. Especially when she goes uncontested.
Are you watching my stream? Wow.
Yes, I'm watching your stream just for the comp.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Traveling to Dorado.
I'm just here for the Switz insults.
Select your hero.
Perfect.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
This is the game we were just
This'll
in,
work, I
is it
swear.
not?
I carry.
I have no idea.
I'm monkey.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
A giant gorilla! Just like in those old video games!
I get that part.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
What are you looking at?
Is that a Roadhog? It is.
Yeah.
Triple tank meta, let's go.
Fun.
Solo heal. Triple tank.
Fine, I don't need healing.
You're Ana. You're the best healer in the game.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. I am the best one in the game.
No, you're playing the best healer in the game, Jordan. You are by far nowhere near the best healer in the game.
Escorting the payload.
Mercy on call.
Far out. Pharmacy, hey. And a Hammond. Alright then.
Pharmacy's down. Pharmacy's pushed him back.
The payload. Move it out. Name. Get me.
Been down.
Hog's the one that should be helping you with the stuff right here. But he's not here.
Watching your back.
Because he's big brain.
Mercy's low. Far at half.
Next time.
Why are these people playing so badly?
Because they bad.
You're going to.
Heroes never die.
It's quiet time.
The Hammond's asleep on the stairs.
Helden sterben nicht.
Forest low. Please kill that, really? Jesus, that took forever.
No one can hide from my sight.
Oh, got him.
Hammond down.
Terrible.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Get healed.
You should
Far
have.
down.
Nicely done.
Got
both of you.
doinked.
Der Kampf ist noch nicht vorbei. Mecha activated.
Far half.
I'm not there.
The payload is secure. Move it out.
Need healing.
You wanna fight me, May?
I have
You wanna fucking go?
Oh, there's Zen stuff.
I could use some assistance.
Now, I wouldn't call him a top 500 Winston or something.
You should be
Fuck!
one regret.
I fucked up my jump.
Heroes never die.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Zen down.
不许走。
Hammer down, May. Hammer's low. In the church.
Keep out of my way. Walk it off.
I was point dancing for so long.
في الامتحان يكرم المرء أو يهان.
Helden sterben nicht.
Hammer's low.
No fair.
Never. I will
Oh, fucking mercy, man.
Nerf this. Take cover.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Jesus slept on top of the point.
Educate that feeling, deja vu.
Mercy, what the fuck are you doing?
I wasn't cut out for retirement anyway.
No one can hide from my sight.
Yeah, I know, Evan. I don't understand how we haven't won yet. We've gotten as many as the Hammond's fucked.
Because we're paying.
Hammer's low.
Why is the payload stopped?
That's a lot of damage.
Heroes never die.
Zen's dead.
Helden sterben nicht.
Hammond's low. Fucking mercy. Just flying around dicking me down.
公主不许走！
I've come back from worse.
Junkrat primed and ready.
Go. I should be ready.
I think the Hammond's mines are actually the least of the problems.
They are. They're an idiot.
You're going to be okay.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh my god! Where is the mercy?
Suiting up.
30 seconds
Ah.
remaining.
Killed that. I killed 4! I swear to God, I would have kept it!
I've been thinking that this entire
No one
time.
can hide from my
Because that's not the first time we've killed 4 and like been unable to cap.
Escorting the payload.
Helden
Gib ihm mal.
sterben nicht.
Just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Heroes never die.
Nerf this.
لسه في ناس لازم احميهم. I have your back.
We can't let the payload just sit there.
Our Junkrat's inability to 1v1 pisses me off.
Self-destruct sequence.
Lay down.
The payload. Move it out. This will help.
Behind you.
No one can hide from my sight.
Tracer down.
You're not getting rid of
30
that.
seconds remaining.
公主不许走。
May down.
Take your medicine. Securing the payload.
10 seconds remaining.
Pick up the pace. We can do this.
Heroes never die.
Get here. Young enough. Go. I
Hammond down.
Helden sterben nicht.
This will protect us.
This is not the end.
Keep it low.
I need help in the back, there's an hand on me.
Oof.
Defeat.
Yikes.
Play of the game.
Wait, what? Why?
What did you do?
Oh, interesting.
Play a double? That's it? Okay, kind of. Not even a triple. There you go. Last second triple. I should have never been a thing.
Oh no, it's on the objective for six minutes. Basically most of the map.
Wow.
Most people in this lobby are low gold, by the way.
I figured.
What? I got shot color. Who would have thunk it?
The Ana DPS with strat POH.
Alright, I think I'm gonna be done for now.
Okay, yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, no problem.
I was 2,900 at one point. At season 12 and 13?
Well, you didn't know your own rank?
No.
Oh.
Dude,
What?
I went on a 5-hour grind on Saturday.
Jesus Christ.
5 hours. You know how much SR I got?
How much?
I got the total of 3 SR.
Traveling to Nepal.
BAM! Worth it!
I figured. I figured it was something stupid like that.
I went up like 100 and some SR, then I lost it all. Worth it! Hey, these people are gold. Can I go Genji?
Wait. The village is the close one, so actually I want to go Zarya. I'll say hard if it goes Ryan. I like the no support strat. That's
I like it too.
what we're here for.
Yeah. 3 SR climb, let's go.
Together, we are
I
strong.
can't wait to get into the fight.
I hope our diva goes Ryan.
Don't worry, I'm gonna pop off right now.
Triumph.
Okay.
Performance enhanced.
I'll make sure to bubble you when bleeding.
4, 3,
My blade will be so fast.
1.
By the time you bubble me, it'll be over.
Capture the objective.
I already have a 6 here. There's a platinum portrait on the enemy team, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. Well, the main tried to wall us off and failed.
Oh shit.
I know you were getting focused, otherwise I would have bubbled you.
That doesn't even matter. There's like 4 counters on the enemy team for me.
Including our
Okay,
ex-
let's not. Including me. Let's not talk about that one, Chief.
I've sighted the enemy.
Moira, what are you doing?
Join me.
Practice makes perfect.
How much if you go tank, you'll go second healer, so maybe if you're Ryan with me.
I mean, that's okay.
Get in there. Surrender to my will. Just like in training.
Get ready.
My will.
Taking the point.
The zoning ult.
I didn't live long enough. So, actually.
That's all anyways. I couldn't get out from where I was. It's just Bob.
Score 0-1.
Oh.
Always
yeah.
thought hiring you.
I'll just go a different tank.
Your safety is my primary concern.
I mean, actually, if she's gonna play, if they're gonna play Zarya, I'll play Ryan.
Justice will be
Because
done.
synergies.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Tracer here.
Oh, that was nothing. Oh, what? I got saved by the fucking group? Oh, never mind. Oh,
You might want to keep your.
Interesting. Got one.
did the damage kill you or did you get booped off?
A kill.
Oh no, I meant
Yeah,
like
kill.
I meant the coach gun.
Okay.
We all have shadow. Yeah, as soon as bubble goes down, I see enough to with a shadow.
You're alone. You are completely alone. No one even knows you're on that side because everyone's looking at the other side for some reason.
Perfect. I love it. Well, I know one reason why. It's because our fucking... That was overkill. I didn't do that. But you know what? I'm being there because it feels good.
I'm on fire.
We did it, I guess.
Yeah. My ultimate is ready. I didn't know the Zarya was gonna. Oh. So I was already gonna.
Oh! Fucking baited! That would have been perfect if I hit it.
You might want to keep your distance.
Mercy's not a good healer for a brawl comp.
Bob, do something. I'm taking care of you.
got a headshot.
You might want to keep your distance. Fire it with.
There was a moment in time where I threw a tracer bomb and it landed on the enemy tracer.
Play of the game.
It was great.
No. This play goes to the Zarya or it goes to me?
What? To Mercy.
It doesn't belong.
She rezzed you, and
Doesn't
you used all,
matter.
and it hit everyone. So she got the on fire points for that. She ulted, she healed everyone while everyone else used ults and killed everyone else. There you go. She got the most credit for the team kill. That's how it works. Hey, look, GG Tracer.
Welcome to
That was fun. I like Tracer 1v1s. Swiss, I don't know what you're saying in the comments, but I already know. Fuck you.
Man apocalypse.
Okay, Evan. I'll turn it off. But,
Hello. Bonjour.
God.
Chagrin. Araignée du soir. Cauchemar. Encore.
Give me a second.
Oh, is he complaining about the skirmishes?
What? I don't have
Does it
skirmishes on. This isn't a skirmish.
Oh. How is he complaining about them?
No, he's complaining about the
Hello there.
timeout for spamming emotes.
Oh.
Because he wants to be able to spam emotes. Turn it off. I just don't generally have problems with people spamming it.
Two healers all play Reinhardt.
Timeout.
Shank you.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. Greetings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I got the perfect right-click headshot on the tracer. Oh, that feels good.
Wow, that barely touched me. Fuck you.
What?
Let's not talk about that one.
Oh, it's because our Moira was too busy, like, playing DPS to echo heal. Not that I shouldn't have been able to heal myself, but... Yeah. They have an OO on their team and a femboy.
These snipers are going hard.
Heroes never die.
Wait, you need to try that.
Oh my god.
Огонь по готовности!
Moira! Pay attention.
No one can hide.
Fire!
Okay.
Oh, we're now running triple tank, I see.
Lights out. وريهم قوتك.
Wow! Fuck you! Did you see that? Did you see that? She fucking died on Mercy when rising! She would have died if it wasn't for that.
Yeah,
Helden sterben nicht.
to be fair, that's kind of why they did it, but...
Enemy
I know, but like you never see people do that.
Have summer now?
surrender my will.
What?
Ryan, you're doing a great job. Thanks. But is there any chance you want to do Arissa? Because I need a shield.
I have about 12 minutes on her.
That's fair, man. As I said, you're not doing bad. It's just a rough life out here.
Somber vibes.
What?
Wait, where'd my pulse bomb go? I'm sorry, wait! Where's my pulse bomb? It shattered, I threw a bomb and it disappeared. What the fuck?
Wow, that Mercy's done.
That's not okay. Blizzard fix your game.
Enemy contact. Огонь по готовности.
Reaper's on top.
Helden sterben nicht.
Reaper's behind.
Reaper in the back.
Oh my god!
Okay, dude.
I need our Moira to not
What?
be off on her own kind of stealth mission. Like, I'm probably gonna switch to Zyra, especially to cap third, but...
Check in.
Reaper up top, let's roll.
Enemy in my sight.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Good job.
I changed my sensitivity and my tracking's better.
Nice.
That's how I found out about this.
Ruben's behind me.
You're way over there,
Yeah,
damn.
I thought we were actually gonna push up, and then nobody did. Because I forgot that people are a bunch of cowards. I'm not willing to play aggressively.
60 seconds remaining.
Damn.
Double.
Group up with me.
Why is our Moira ulting?
You're covered. Огонь по готовности.
What the? Okay, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god, Mary, fuck you.
No, he's right. We should be pulling back.
Helden sterben nicht.
I'm upset that that grab did not go well.
That Reaper dive, though.
Век живи, век учись.
What?
Join me. My will is real.
Hey, Reaper McCree right side.
There's one. I got you.
This is strength.
Bring all of me are speed friends.
Sure, I can bubble you so we can't flash you. Going in.
Go.
Nice. And-
Hit me. I cast this
10 seconds remaining.
Not everyone.
Hey.
Good job. Good game.
Play of the game.
Okay, he almost dies here, then he gets a kill on me. Look at his health. Look at his health going up, and then look at it going down. That was me. And then he fucking kills me.
No.
I'm like, okay, dude. Fire strike hitbox broken.
Okay. Let's do one last game for the stream and then we'll call it good. And then I'll probably keep playing afterwards if you want.
No, I don't care. I have nothing else to do.
I figured that's why you were on.
Yeah. I was asleep like all day. I woke up and I'm like, okay, I should probably go eat. I went to eat, came back. I'm like, is anyone online? I got on. I'm like, Jordan, what is he doing? Probably some school thing. I was kind of right.
Yeah, you were kind of right. I kind of got the idea just yesterday because Saturday, I helped a couple of our players with some of the characters they wanted to play. And let's see, Evan wants me to change the moderator function, so I'll figure that. But yeah, anyways, I was like, hey,
Prepare to attack.
I can
Select your hero.
do a video on this so that their tank player can watch it later, and then I can also help him by doing this stuff for him in person later. So
I'm gonna keep playing Tracer.
Your safety is my primary concern.
okay, Evan, if you're watching, I've disabled the spam protection for that, for emotes.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Let's get to it already.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attack commencing.
Okay, man, I see how it is.
Escort the
This is our fucking season 2 strats. Okay, dude.
I did it. I screwed up her follow-up shot so that this McCree could live.
Let's try that again.
Fuck you. Worth it.
Monkey in the back. Monkey in the back.
Because I got the pulse bomb on the Anna. Behind Winston.
Behind the barrier.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Only place for Omnics and Junket Hounds on the scrappy. Consider yourself warned.
They're on high ground, most of them.
Yeah, they rotated up there after I went in and annoyed them.
Heroes never die.
Oh my god! That was like a fucking melted.
The enemies of Talon will be. No one can hide from my sight.
That was Bastion. He's going for the high ground.
I am moving with the payload.
He's on the high ground already. Never mind.
Not anymore.
Our widow is carrying.
Okay, dude. Ignore my fucking golds.
Anybody in you can deny that.
I have fucking gold elims and fucking damage. Me and the widow are both on fire. I think that I'm currently dead. Oh, I just respawned now. Oh fuck! That pop came out of nowhere!
She's looking for really cheap places to throw turrets behind us.
That's behind.
Yep, I just can't do anything about it.
Archiving combat data.
Heroes never die. For a price.
Let's get this moving!
Group up.
No one can hide from my sight.
Ah!
Ever get that feeling? Deja vu?
Mercy grace.
This is not the end. What?
Do something!
Stop this!
Both Brigham, three low and cart. If you're alive.
I'm dead. That don't fucking headshotted me.
Ah!
You know, funny thing is if like I just go Winston, we win because they're all squishes.
Have a point. I shall go instead.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Yeah, fuck you.
Weapon system optimized.
Someone get the payload.
I could use some healing.
No one can hide from my sight.
Payload in motion. Stays in motion.
What a scary brig.
Where are the supports?
Further experimentation.
Diana's pulling back by spawn still. She can't even see the cart.
Heroes never die. For a price.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Damn.
Further experimentation required.
You're right, we go instant, we win.
Yeah, I told you.
Play of the game.
I mean, not that the support's instantly adapted or anything. Oh my god, that was a nice one.
No one can hide from
It's nice to be appreciated.
Well, I'm gonna stop the stream now because I think that's